Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the New York Jets. With that, we head up to MetLife Stadium as we'll hand it over to the two men that'll call the action, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and their inner-city rivals, the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they come in riding high. Just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford, he was looking for his big target, Brandon Marshall, and it's 3rd down. A look now at the starters for the Giants defensively. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And the big difference in the game? Their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro, and he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. And on this offensive unit, your thoughts on Travis Frederick?
He's a quarterback's best friend, sets all the line calls, and blocks so aggressively.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. To pass, Flacco. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. There are the starters defensively for the Jets. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Now Flacco. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They begin with a run by Davis. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. A look there at how Davis did a week ago. One rushing touchdown, yes, but look at the rushing yards. He was up near 200.
The one phrase I'd use to describe that performance, he carved up that defense.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Stafford, and he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down.
Ladies!
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Watch 84! Watch 84! He's going!
Throwing again. Stafford. Got the connection here to Bourne.
That's another Jets. 1st down. 1st and goal. That's a 3-yard.
They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot.
Offense.
So they may back up further. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Vance McDonald, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 3rd down, Flacco from the gun. And it's caught by Herndon. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Running from the gun, Johnson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Flacco looks to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Flacco. And he fires one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Flacco. And Robinson with a big catch. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Know your job. Hey,
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. David Johnson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
That ties the game.
A 10-play drive that time. So only even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it's David Johnson who provides the capper as he scores on the touchdown run. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
let's go.
The Jets offense ready to go in this battle in New York. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense a good chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, a give to Davis. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him. Well, certainly it appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Here's the 6th-round pick from Oklahoma, Rodney Anderson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Rodney Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Oh, this is blocked. This is going the other way. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Flacco to throw again on second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there, and it'll bring up third down. Play action. Stafford. He's going to look deep for Moore. That's caught inside the 20. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 59 yards. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Stafford now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. It brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Holding offense.
Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. That man Myers last year with the Jets in his first season made a name for himself.
He certainly did. How about this? The NFC and AFC Pro Bowl kickers both came from the New York teams. Aldrick Rosas for the NFC and Jason Myers here for the AFC with the Jets. How about it? 33 for 36. Really helped out the young quarterback, Sam Darnold.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They are down by a single possession here, 16-9 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and that'll bring up second down. On second down, Johnson. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Flacco.
Some people playing defense in this one. There's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
He was wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New York. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now let's look at the quarterback, Matthew Stafford, in our player spotlight. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep, because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love? Four verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep, and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The veteran Brandon Marshall, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked somewhere else, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And no pitch there, and no chance either, as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Operating out of the gun, Flacco underneath for Johnson. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it. Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
On 1st and 10, Stafford finds the open target, Arnold. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And that's complete to Marshall on the crossing route.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, That's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
The Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Dante Hightower in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On second down, it's Johnson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who says signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Now Flacco. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Flacco's throw there complete, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Flacco now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now the 2nd down throw on target. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Passing play, Flacco. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. As his guys are in for 6, and the Jets will extend their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Stop your whining.
Throwing again on second down. Flacco, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Flacco, and that will be incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need.
Oh, Davis lost it. It's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And an alley to run. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Giants take over first and 10.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. He finds Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action, Flacco. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Flacco from the gun. Hard throw, incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
On 2nd and 9. Stafford got the connection here to Bourne. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Set the tone, defense.
A break from the ground game here. Flacco. That's complete to Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. 4 down. Check.
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. A couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Here's Flacco. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing is Stafford. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but now it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Stafford. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. Stafford now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Go, 20! Here we go,
Stafford looks to throw again. Open man is Bourne. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Davis. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. His defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It's certainly
caught by Marshall. He's got it for a Jets touchdown. Brandon Marshall, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead.
that drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it's second down. Incomplete on first down. Now Flacco on second. It's complete to Robinson. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Right at the 40. Draw play. This is Sproles. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly. but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
He was brought down by 8
56, Mike 56.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Flacco. Jones has it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 12-yard line.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Here I come.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Hey, let's go. Here we go.
2nd and 5 now. Flacco looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Flacco looks to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Kenny Clark in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Here's Flacco. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. He's going to look deep for more. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
Yeah, baby, boom.
So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
And nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a first down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. From the 16, Flacco.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Flacco. He's going to look deep for more. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Flacco once more. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They go pass again with Flacco. And that is incomplete. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going to look to throw on fourth with Flacco. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
They'll run it again here with Davis. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. The Jets on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They run. Anderson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Stafford on 1st down. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Mike Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Setting up to throw, Flacco. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Flacco. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. 1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Herndon's got it complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Mike 56. Let's go.
And again, it's Flacco to throw. Robinson's got it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Flacco will come to the line, 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Once more, it's Flacco. Throw complete to Herndon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Washington. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Passing play, Flacco. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
56 to Mike, boys, 56.
3rd and goal, Flacco. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Chris Herndon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Santos with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jets have got it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run again with Wilkins. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Tackles.
On 1st down, it's Wilkins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Watch run.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wilkins, a short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, it's Wilkins. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
I know you felt that one.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. New York set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. Just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Flacco to throw again on 2nd down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. David Moore, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now Flacco. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Flacco and the offense stand put. They're going to go for it on 4th. Flacco now on 4th. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Here we go.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football back. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.